I'm so excited for this show. It's almost like giving old school Keeping Up with the Kardashians vibes, model sisters, cheating ex-boyfriends. Would you say that that's a fair comparison? And how would you feel about becoming Gen Z's Kardashian, so to say?
I
We would be
mean,
honored.
we love the Kardashians. We think what they've created is so amazing and admirable. And of course, as women, we look up to them, and as sisters, we look up to them. And I think what they've created, like I said, is so special and amazing. And I love their bond and how close they are. I do see similarities with that, and I just feel like it's a different show because we just have a different background. We grew up, in the deep South and in the country, and the show kind of follows us
In New York, too.
in New York City, and we kind of have heard that it's sort of a Swamp People meets Sex in the City. We've also heard Beverly Hillbillies, New York edition. We've been compared to those shows, which I can definitely see that.
Brooks, I'm sure you never could have imagined that the show would start off with such a dramatic, plot line, this breakup.
Are you ever going to speak to him again, or are you just going to ghost him forever?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
You need to break up with him immediately. Tell Gleb we're shipping his phone back, and he doesn't need to call me ever again. You're going to be single.
I knew some shit was going to go down. I knew he was up to something.
What's it like for you to finally get your side of the story out there? And do you think you'll be hearing from him again once the show comes out?
Ooh, that's a good question. I am happy that my side of the story is out there. I think there's a lot to be told. And I'm hoping that, other women can see this and learn from it and see what I went through and maybe see some of the signs that I didn't see, that when I watched it back, I was like, how could I be so stupid? And, we're all in this together. I think everyone deals with heartbreak, and it was really hard to rewatch that and relive that. As far as hearing from him, we don't communicate, so
I think that's the last.
I wouldn't be
hopefully not.
responding, so.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane, we see you open up about your sexuality in the first few episodes and again in the preview for the rest of the season.
It becomes awkward with me and my friends because you them.
Stop slut-shaming me. It's my business who I hook up with.
I don't understand why everyone needs to put me in a box. The pressure to decide between guys and girls.
I might just go the other way.
That's what I do.
What are you hoping people who might be going through something similar with this, conservative family and background will take away from your story?
I think that there's nothing wrong with being who you are, whether you like girls, guys, whoever. It's important to live your truth, regardless of what other people may think. And anyone who chooses to not be a part of your life because of that it's their loss, pretty much. And yeah, I'm very lucky to have a supportive family, and I know a lot of people aren't. And so I hope that showing my journey and everything will comfort people at home.
And Grace Ann, we see you get into it with a couple of your sisters. And episode 2, you were annoyed with Sarah Jane over the modeling stuff. Episode 3, you're upset with Brooks for missing your birthday party.
It's just a one-sided relationship, and this is honestly my final straw.
You should tell her, that it deeply upset you. And
She is officially uninvited from my life.
How will we see your relationship with them? With them play out through the rest of the season? And would you say you're in a better place now with your sisters?
I think you'll all see by the end of the season, we're in an amazing place. I have always had a very strong personality, and so has Brooks. And so my re-entry into the sister pride was met with a little bit of pushback.
What do you mean your re-entry? We've always been sisters.
I was not around for a while. And then I came
What do you
back.
mean? You were with us every day.
Mentally, she wasn't.
I had a little adjustment period that happens in those first few episodes.
Yeah.
But now the sisters and I are amazing.
We are.
I very much march to the beat of my own drum, and I don't like people to stand in and tell me what to do or how to live my life. So that's usually why I tend to butt heads with these two in particular. But by the end of it, we're all hunky-dory, all best friends. I will say that it seems that I'm always fighting with someone.
Because you are.
I'm the problem.
Doesn't seem that
am I
way. You
the
just
problem?
are always fighting with someone.
But right now, I'm literally A+. You said I got major brownie points in LA. I was on my P's and Q's.
She's like a kid.
She's like a 2-year-old. Okay, so I'm gonna put on
I
your
got a
chore
gold star
chart.
for
You
the
get
LA
less
press.
chores. You get a gold star for the week.
I think it's so funny because AI was used a lot in the show, from writing text, giving breakup advice. What is the craziest thing each of you have asked AI to do for you?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. You see in the show, I lean on AI for literally everything, so there's no limits on what I've asked AI. I don't even know if you girls use
I don't
chat.
use AI.
I have to bring them
sometimes
around to chat. throughout the show.
That's really her thing. I'm pretty sure she'll probably write her wedding vows one day with Chad. It's like we gotta
Chat
stop
is
it
helpful.
somewhere.
And you even see me lean on it a little too much, and I have kind
She
of a
turns
fight
into
with
a
her.
robot. I think. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen it, so I'm
This is a
assuming. You do.
sci-fi reality show.
I think some people would be shocked to find out that you guys come from this conservative Christian upbringing in Louisiana. And we got to meet your parents in the first episode. They seem amazing.
Flew in from Baton Rouge. We're here in the Big Apple for Brooks's big launch of her first clothing line with Hudson Jeans, and so excited. Now we're going to see how these girls do living together.
And I'm glad I'm not responsible for making them get along like I used to feel like I was.
Now, is there anything any of you are nervous about them seeing once the show comes out in its entirety?
I mean, we had some awkward moments with Mom. We kind of ripped on her a little bit, and she was sitting right next to us when we were watching it. You know, I think that everything that happened while we were filming, you know, they were there for and they witnessed. So I don't think anything is a surprise. I mean, as we watched the first 3 episodes, it was pretty much exactly how it all happened.
Yeah.
So there was no fabrication or like twisting of words or anything, which is helpful because it's all out there. But they're so happy to be involved and, you know, support us. They brought frozen gumbo from Baton Rouge all the way to LA for our press tour.
So sweet.
And my mom in glam was like, I don't care if you have your lipstick done, eat the gumbo. And it was just really, they're just excited and they love this journey for us and they're supportive.
Is there anything else any of you can tease about what's to come this season? Anything you're excited for? Anything you're kind of dreading needing to relive? Or even any misconceptions you want cleared up about yourselves and your family?
I will say one misconception that's online is that we're lying about growing up poor. I think people have to realize that my dad worked for this company called Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's a nonprofit. He made $18,000 a year. He tells, when we read the comments, he goes, they want to see my tax returns from those first 2 years. And but then, you know, when he had 4 mouths to feed and we were getting donations from the church to eat, and I reached a certain age, he was like, okay, I can't make $18K a year and I need to pursue a different career. So he switched paths and, you know, studied very hard and got his CPA, and now he's, what does he do again? He's a stockbroker. Yeah, he's a wealth management. And so he's built himself up, and by no means is he wealthy, but he earns a decent living and he's able to support him and my mom in Baton Rouge. But this is kind of a new thing, you know what I mean? He's kind of growing as we're growing, which I think is kind of special. I mean, people already think he's our peer when we're out and about because he looks so young, but it's special to see him, like, you know, he has this old crusty like watch from an LSU game, and I'm like, Dad, can I buy you a watch? And he's like, no, I want to save up and be able to buy myself my own nice watch one day. So I want to knock that off his bucket list because he wants to do it himself. So it's fun to like set goals together and grow together in our careers.